In early 2025, deep in the mountains of southern Mexico, a discovery was made that stunned archaeologists and historians around the world. What began as a routine excavation soon turned into what experts now call the discovery of the decade. Hidden beneath centuries of soil and silence lay a 1,400-year-old tomb, untouched by looters, sealed by time, and filled with secrets from an ancient civilization long forgotten by history. This was not the tomb of a king known to textbooks, nor a monument described in ancient records. Instead, it belonged to the Zapotec civilization, one of Mesoamerica's most mysterious cultures. And what archaeologists found inside would challenge everything we thought we knew about ancient religion, power, death, and symbolism in the Americas. The moment the first stone slab was lifted, researchers realized they were standing at the edge of history itself. Who were the Zapotec people? Long before the Aztecs or the Spanish conquest, the Zapotec people ruled large parts of what is now Oaxaca, Mexico. Their civilization began around 500 BCE and lasted for more than 1,000 years. They built cities, developed writing systems, and created complex religious traditions. Yet, despite their importance, much of Zapotec history remains unknown. Many of their rituals, beliefs, and rulers were lost when their cities were abandoned centuries ago. Unlike the Maya or the Aztecs, the Zapotecs left fewer written records, making archaeological discoveries the only way to understand their world. That is why this tomb is so important. The discovery, found by accident. The tomb was discovered during a government-approved excavation near an ancient Zapotec settlement site. Archaeologists were initially studying surface remains, broken pottery, stone foundations, and collapsed walls. Then, ground-penetrating radar revealed something unusual beneath the earth. A large underground chamber, perfectly rectangular, sealed with massive stone blocks. At first, researchers assumed it had already been looted, like most tombs in the region. But when they carefully removed the stones, they realized something extraordinary. The tomb was completely untouched. No signs of robbery, no collapsed ceilings, no disturbed artifacts. For archaeologists, this was the dream of a lifetime. Entering the tomb, a moment frozen in time. When the team finally entered the tomb, they were met with a sight no one expected. Painted murals covered the walls, vivid reds, blacks, and ochres still visible after 1,400 years. As laboratory analysis began, researchers realized the tomb was not meant to be found easily. Its location was intentionally concealed, its entrance disguised beneath layers of construction from later generations. This suggested the Zapotec people wanted to protect the tomb forever, possibly fearing that disturbing it could anger the spirits. Such beliefs were rare and hinted at powerful myths surrounding the individual buried there. A leader or a priest? Anthropologists examined the skeletal remains and found signs of a long, respected life. The bones showed no evidence of manual labor. Instead, they reflected a life of ceremony and authority. Dental modifications, a sign of elite status, confirmed the individual belonged to the highest social class. Combined with the owl statue and ritual imagery, experts now believe the tomb belonged to a supreme spiritual leader, possibly one who was considered divine. A civilization more advanced than we thought. This discovery forces historians to rethink Zapotec society. Previously, scholars believed the Zapotecs separated political power from religion, but this tomb suggests the opposite, that spiritual authority may have ruled society. This changes how we understand Zapotec governance, religious hierarchy, social structure. In short, this tomb rewrites ancient American history. Why the world is paying attention.
Major universities, museums, and research institutions are now studying the discovery. Documentaries are being planned. The site is under permanent protection. Why? Because untouched tombs like this are extremely rare, and they offer pure, unbiased evidence of the past. No alterations, no destruction, no guessing, just truth. A discovery that connects us to the past. Standing inside the tomb, archaeologists described an overwhelming sense of presence, as if the past was watching. The murals still told their story. The owl still guarded the dead. The silence still carried meaning. This was not just history, it was memory. Final thoughts. Why this story will never be forgotten. The 1,400-year-old Zapotec tomb is more than an archaeological discovery. It is a reminder that ancient civilizations were not primitive. They were thoughtful, symbolic, and deeply spiritual. This single tomb has changed textbooks, challenged theories, and opened new questions that may take decades to answer. And perhaps that is its greatest power. Not what it revealed, but what it made us question. Ending hook, perfect for video. If a single hidden tomb can rewrite history, how many more secrets still lie buried beneath our feet, waiting